Welcome back to the Upper Echelon Podcast, where we keep it real and we keep it jiggy over here. Because why? Because we ain't never ever scared. Hit the like button on your way in. Also, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. That's what I'm trying to say. Ugh, I'm getting tongue tied. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also make sure you hit the notification bell. Now, I wasn't even going to set a goal. Honestly, oh shoot, because I haven't been setting them my last few lives, but I went ahead and just set a goal for 5 super stickers or super chats. And the reason for that is because honestly, I prefer posting my Cash App because YouTube takes 50% of our super stickers or super chats. So if you send us 99 cents, we get half of that. Okay. So I just prefer posting my Cash App. That's me personally. But I understand that everybody doesn't have Cash App. If you would like to tip me, so I did go ahead and put a goal of 5 up there. But if you would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is posted. I think that that's more my style. If somebody tip me, I want my tip. I don't want it to go to YouTube. Okay, I want it. Okay, but let's move forward because I actually wasn't even gonna go live today. Well, I was, but not until later. But I was scrolling on Facebook and I found a pretty serious situation that's going on right now outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm gonna get to you guys' comments in a minute. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am super, super into true crime, and I have a real passion for missing children. So I have a huge passion for missing children. I actually named my daughter after one of a case that I'm completely obsessed with. It's a case of a young lady missing outside of St. Louis. She went missing in East St. Louis. Her name is Phoenix Colden. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that case, but I actually named my daughter after that case. And so if you guys haven't heard of that, go ahead and look it up. But today we are going to be talking about a young boy named Jamal White in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 7-year-old boy who was abducted at firearm point. Y'all know I got to use keywords, firearm point. Right there in his own neighborhood. Now, I'm going to read the article to you guys, and this case is so disturbing to me because not only does obviously it give the Ring doorbell footage of the young man being abducted, it doesn't show him actually being abducted, but it shows the van that abducted him. It shows when the van followed him, and you can actually hear Jamal screaming for his father in the background. So we're going to go over the article, and then we're going to go over a few videos. Let me see some of these. Hey, Carmel Cutie. Good morning. Good morning, Lativia. Hey, Terry Dow. What's going on, bro? Hey, Jackie Rogers. Jackie Rogers said, good morning, Upper in chat. Yes, the little boy is from my city, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are all praying for Jamal return back home safely. You know what, Jackie? I'm going to show y'all. I get a funny feeling about this case. I don't want to jump to any conclusions, but there's something weird going on here. I'm going to give you guys what I think. I could be wrong, but I'm going to give you guys my synopsis after I read the article and show you guys some of the videos. There are some witnesses as well. I'm going to also show you the mom and the dad's Facebook accounts. They haven't posted anything about him. I kind of find that kind of strange as well. Just because I understand that if you have a missing child, sometimes you just might be, I'm sure, because I know I would be so distraught that who wants to get on social media. But it's so important that if you have a missing child, you get on social media is one of the biggest tools that we can use today. Technology when it comes to finding these missing kids. So I just expected the mom and the dad to, I guess, post something like, hey, my son is missing. There is a post on social media from his grandparents, but I didn't see anything posted from his actual parents. But we'll get into that later. Hey, D-Ham, welcome in. Hey, Lativia. Lativia said, I saw the video this morning. Lord, bring this baby home unscathed in Jesus' name. It was terrifying. The video is terrifying. There's somebody, but I'm going to get in, before I even get into it, I'm going to have to give y'all my spiel, okay? And again, I'm not trying to blame the parents, but I have something to say about the situation. Hey, no more drama. Welcome in, boo. Thank you so much for that, Terry. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Carmel Cutie said, I haven't heard about a missing child, praying for his safe return. Oh, we about to get into it. Hey, Josephine Edmonds. Okay. So this is what I want to say before I get into the article. And again, this is not me blaming the parents, but I am so just not understanding how and why in 2025 we are still allowing our small children to play outside. Well, I'm not even going to say he was actually, I wouldn't say this about this particular case, and I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. But people are still allowing, maybe not in this particular case, but people are still allowing their small children to walk to school by themselves, play outside alone. This is not the 50s and the 60s. Now, I know that this stuff was still happening back then, but these days, we got sex trafficking going on. We got all of this crazy stuff going on. And I just get so sick to my stomach when I see young children outside by themselves. I don't care if it's in front of the house. I don't care if you have a gate in front of your house. You shouldn't be letting your small children play by themselves. You shouldn't be letting your small children walk to the store by themselves. I don't care if it's around the corner. You shouldn't be letting your kids, and when I say small kids, I'm talking about period, just in general. I don't let my kids do anything by themselves when I'm not around. I mean, as far as going places. No, you're not going. People are snatching kids these days. They're doing sex trafficking. They're unaliving these kids. All type of crazy stuff is going on. So I'm gonna get into the story, but I just want to bring some awareness to that because come on, in 2025, we see all of these cases of missing children. Some of these kids go missing and are never found again. So I just wish that people would be aware of what is happening in the world today. People are snatching these kids. Miss Stop That said, I was looking at it last night and I read a comment where it said the daddy was taken too. And they also said he wasn't outside alone. I did see the video of apparently the father was in his car. So I'm going to play it. I didn't hear that the father was abducted. All I'm hearing is that the young man was abducted. Now, I've seen a lot of news footage, a lot of social media posts and videos. It doesn't really say anything about the father being abducted. It does say that the father was in his car. And I'm going to play the video so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. And also the grandparents actually posted the parents' names and to contact them if anyone sees the minor. So I don't think the father was abducted. Jackie Rogers said they say it was 7 p.m. when it happened, but we didn't get an alert because until like 12 a.m. I believe. So I was wondering, is that because the family did not report it until late? I'm not sure about that just yet. Hey, Miss E, welcome in. Okay, so let me show you guys. Where are we? So first of all, before I get into any footage, let me go ahead and read the article and play a little bit of the news clip. So it says here, Milwaukee police say they are investigating. Oh, can you guys see it? Okay. Oh, here we are. Let me see. It's just my computer for some reason is moving a little slow. Let me change my viewpoint. I think I like it like this. Okay, so Milwaukee police say they are investigating a possible abducting of a 7-year-old. Jamal White was reported as critically missing Friday night. He is a 7-year-old black male with short black hair and brown eyes. He is approximately 4 feet tall and weighs around 80 pounds. White was last seen around 7 p.m. Friday in the area of 6200 West Hustis Street. He was wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts. Police say they are looking for a black male suspect who was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and a black face mask. He was also armed with a firearm. The suspect was driving a white Jeep Renegade with unknown plates. So this is obviously what a white Jeep Renegade looks like. And this is the actual footage from the Ring doorbell of the car. And it's saying that they couldn't get a clear shot, I guess, of the license plate, either that or the vehicle owner took the license plate off of the Jeep. It goes on to say anyone coming in contact or with information regarding White should call Milwaukee Police District 4 station at 414-935-7242. Okay, so let's listen to the
officers need your help. And right now, APD officers need your help finding a critically missing 7-year-old boy. Officers say Jamal White was last on 61st and he is about 4 feet tall, 80 pounds, with short black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts, last seen in a white Jeep Renegade SUV. If you have seen this child, please call MPD District 4 at the address you see right there on your screen.
Okay, so we're going to get into some of this video footage that was caught on a Ring doorbell. And this is how I see it, and I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but when it comes to missing persons, missing children, you really just can't help but kind of bring race into it, because they do not make the same efforts when looking for missing Black children. That is a fact. That is statistically true. We've even, I don't know if you guys remember a show, I want to say it was on Oxygen, and I loved that show. It was called Find Our Missing. I forget the host. I wish I could remember the host of the show, but it was called Find Our Missing, and it was dedicated to finding missing people of color. And that show was created because statistically they do not put in the same efforts when it comes to looking for missing Black children or missing persons of color. So that is an absolute fact. So I want to show you guys the actual clip, and it's pretty disturbing because let's see, you can actually, hold on, let's pull it up. You can hear him screaming in the video. And so we're going to analyze this video and go over. I can't make it any larger than what it is. Let's see how it looks on my screen. Let me change the viewpoint. Hold on. Okay. So, you know what? This is not the best. Hold on one second, y'all, because I feel like I could find something that's wider so that we can look at the video together, because I saw, is this the one? Yeah, it's better. Okay, let's see. So what I'm getting ready to play is the Ring doorbell cam. Well, I call it Ring, but it's basically just a surveillance camera on the front of, I think this is Jamal's home. I don't know if this is Jamal's home where this footage was shown, or if it is or if it's one of the neighbors or something like that. So before I play it, let's just point out a few things. So this is the street here that Jamal was playing on the 6200 block of West Hustis in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you look here, this is the white Jeep that abducted Jamal. Now I'm going to play the video. There's a couple of different vantage points from different houses on or different clips from this actual video. One of the clips doesn't show him on the bike. Now I'm hoping that this is the one that does, because before I play it, let me just explain. You'll see him riding his bike that way to the left, and then you'll see the white Jeep Renegade going this way. Now, there is a witness account saying that this white Jeep actually dropped someone off at an apartment complex right in this area here where I'm circling my cursor at. And then after they dropped the person off, they quickly turned around, followed Jamal, and abducted him. Now, another key point to mention is that when Jamal was riding his bike up and down this street, he was going this way, and it looked like, I don't want to say, it looked like a blue sedan was driving with him. Some of the witness statements are saying that Jamal was actually playing with his father. His father was going this way in the blue sedan, and Jamal was on his bike racing his car. So they apparently, allegedly, the father was outside during the time of the abduction, because he was in his car racing Jamal while Jamal was riding his bike. Now, the father, according to what I've read, has not been abducted. So let me go back and see if I missed any comments before. Hey, I'm Chosen. Okay, let's see. turn the sound up. Just listen closely. Now, see, at this point, Jamal, and I'm gonna find the video where you can see Jamal. But at this point here, Jamal has already ridden his bike that way. So as you can see, the Jeep stops here, and according to witness statements, he drops someone off around this area here. He sees Jamal, he turns around, and he speeds towards him. Now listen closely. Thank you, I'm chosen. So if you guys could hear that clearly, thank you so much, JJ. I appreciate that. So I got one. So I appreciate that. Good morning. Be in the bushes mostly, but love the content you've been presenting. Thank you so much. I'm trying to really present some stuff to my audience that they're not used to. I have been in the Latrue sector for a while, and I'm still going to be making content about that. But I want to share some things that I'm interested in as well. So thank you so much for that. Now, if you guys heard what I heard, you can hear Jamal screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." So his dad was out there. I'm gonna find a video. Give me a moment, because y'all got to see this. There is a video of the car. Y'all, I'm not trying to make any accusations or anything, but like I said, something is strange about how this happened, okay? Something is strange about how this happened. The father was outside. I'm not saying the father had anything to do with it. It could be that the father, okay, I found a video, but I need to find something larger. Hold on one second. I do think it's a little weird that the father was outside when it happened. So for somebody to abduct your child right in front of your face is crazy. Maybe the father couldn't get out of his car in time. I don't know. But the father was there, and you can hear the child screaming for, I think you can even hear I think that you can even hear the dad, because I hear somebody else screaming. It sounds like an adult voice. And I wish I could find something larger, but because I know it may be a little difficult to see this. But so this is the video where you can see the car. No, this is, let's see if this, hold on, give me a second, y'all. I desperately want to show you guys where, let's see, hold on. Hold on. Okay, this is the one. Now this one doesn't have audio, but that's okay, because we don't need the audio. Hold on. Okay. It's still kind of small. God, that sucks. But anyway, let me rewind it. Just try to zoom in with your pinch your screen. Okay, so let me rewind. It's going kind of fast, but if you follow my cursor on my screen, this is Jamal. I don't know if you can see this little white spot right here, but he looked like he had on a white shirt. He was riding his bike. This is Jamal here on his bike, right here. And then you see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a sedan right here. Apparently, allegedly, that's his father in that car. And then over here is the white Jeep Renegade that abducted him. Now, the white Jeep Renegade is over here sitting still. Jamal is outside with his dad riding his bike that way. Allegedly, they were racing each other. Shortly after they get out of the view of the camera, this white Jeep Renegade makes a sharp turn, U-turn, speeds this way, and abducts Jamal with a firearm while allegedly his father was present. Something ain't adding up here. I don't want to say it, but maybe the father might have been involved in some activities. I don't understand that. Something is going on here. I feel like whoever that is in that Jeep Renegade, that was a very bold move. You have to know that there's Ring doorbell cameras in the area. They couldn't get the license plate, so either maybe he took the license plate off of the vehicle, or they just couldn't get a clear shot. But how bold is it? They said it was about 6 or 7 p.m. during this time, but obviously, it stays light longer. So it looks like it may be in the afternoon, but it's around 6 or 7 p.m. So he did this really during broad daylight hours. So in another thing that I find interesting is that one of the witnesses actually state that Jamal, I just wanted to show you guys the dad's car. I'm gonna pull this down and play the other video again. But what's interesting is that witness statements is saying that the white Jeep Renegade was actually dropping somebody off in the area. So that tells me that they did not come there to abduct a child. More likely than not, they did not come there looking per se for Jamal. What it seems like is that when they got there, they decided to do whatever it is that they did. Is this gonna? Okay, yep, this is the one with the sound. Let's do this one. And this makes me believe that maybe somebody recognized his father. Now, again, I could be wrong. This is just me. Trying to come up with some scenarios. But this makes me believe that it's possible that maybe the father has some sort of beef with somebody, maybe in the area. The person recognized the father's car and then put 2 and 2 together and saw them racing each other and decided to snatch up the man's child. It happens all the time, y'all, where people do things to people's kids to retaliate against the father. So, or the mother or whoever. So I'm just saying this, and a lot of people, they want to criticize when you're putting the parent in the scenario, but if something don't make sense, then you got to look into all the possibilities. That's what the police do. Thank you, I'm Chosen, for that super sticker or that super chat. I appreciate you. I'm Chosen said credit for drugs, possible debt owed for drugs, all kind of stuff going through my head because we know drugs make people sell their souls. The world is so evil. Godspeed, protect that baby. Absolutely. Listen. If this was like a creepy Jeep just riding up and down the street looking for somebody, or even just looking for Jamal, because people stalk kids, and decided to abduct the child, then I can see that. But what threw me off was, number one, the father was there, allegedly. I'm going to replay the video where it shows them racing each other. Allegedly, the father was there. That's weird. That's number one. Number two, the Jeep was not there to abduct the child initially. It appears, well, I ain't gonna say they weren't there to abduct the child. Well, apparently this person had a mask on. So it's possible that this person is a drug dealer or a gang member or some sort of criminal and already had the mask. But the thing about it was, a witness statement said that this Jeep came in the area and dropped someone off. So they also stated that whoever dropped the person off, the person is still in that vicinity because they've been watching, and the person never left back out. So whoever that Jeep dropped off, the police needs to do some questioning. They need to do some more looking into some more surveillance video. You know what, Tracy? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It's possible that there's a custody battle. I don't really know much about the relationship between the parents. It's possible, I guess. Let me see. Thank you guys for helping me reach towards my goal. I really appreciate that. I only put up a goal of 5 super stickers or super chats. So I got 2. So that's what's up. If you guys would like to donate, you can either send a super chat or a super sticker. I would appreciate that. Or if you guys want to send me a Cash App as a tip for my coverage of this story, my Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and I would keep 100% of whatever tip that you send via Cash App. Miss E said the father is doing it for Cash App, something cash or something, because there's no way. Yeah, something is wrong. Beverly says something just ain't right. That baby was screaming so loud. Let's play it again, because on this particular one, it's bigger. I like this one better because it's larger. The one from TikTok, it shows in like a narrow screen, and you can't see a wide the scene in a wide presentation. Now, this is him in a white shirt. This allegedly is the father, and this is the Jeep Renegade that abducted him. You see him going this way, racing his dad, apparently, allegedly, according to certain witness statements. And then you see the Jeep Renegade allegedly had just dropped someone off and was parked down this way and watching. Now he's backing up. Let's see if he was parked. And as they go further, do you guys see he's racing the car? Can kind of make out an adult male voice saying, "Oh shit." Like I can hear another adult screaming, "Oh shit," or something like that. And then you start hearing, like, I'm gonna rewind it. So you can hear another voice, an adult voice. And I think that may have been his dad. You can hear somebody saying, "Oh shit." Now, this is all alleged because this is what I heard from witness statements. That was his father's car. This is not 100% for certain yet, but this is what I've heard. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. So I heard that was his father's car, but the story could change. So we'll see as time goes on. And you can hear the car taking off. The little boy was screaming, "Daddy, daddy." So it sounded like he was screaming, "Daddy, daddy." So let me pull this down. This is very, you guys, this is very disturbing. Very, very, very disturbing. Let me look at some of you guys' comments. I want to answer Miss E's question first. Miss E asked, so was the driver was able to grab the child while driving? It's no, I don't believe so, because the reports are saying that the Jeep Renegade hopped. It said that they abducted him at gunpoint. So that would mean that he must have gotten out of the Jeep. Now, that is the part where I think most people are confused on, because certain witness statements are saying that he was racing his father while his father was driving down the street. He was racing him in his bicycle. So the father was in the car. So the Jeep Renegade pulled up, hopped out. I obviously had to get out the car, abducted the child at gunpoint, and was able to abduct him and speed off. What witness statements are saying is that the father was there. Again, that could change. Neither parent has put out a statement, so I don't know. This is all hearsay. But they're saying that this blue car that was driving initially in the other direction, or it looks silver. I don't want to say blue, like a silver sedan. It might be like a Chevy Malibu or something like. It looked like either that or like an Altima. But anyway, this sedan is driving in the other direction, and you can see Jamal following that car. And there's a lot of people are saying that that is the father. So, and then also you can hear Jamal screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." So that is just amazing. I mean, I don't even know what else the word to use. Is amazing for somebody to have the gall and audacity to a stranger to abduct a child in front of their father. I don't even care if you did have a weapon. 9 times out of 10, when I show you the father's social media account, he looked like he might have would have had a weapon. So, you risking your life really to abduct this child. So I'm thinking it might be a little bit more personal. It seemed to me, this is just what my guess. It seems like this person in this Jeep Renegade may have known the father. Or maybe the father didn't realize that the person in the Jeep Renegade, I feel like the father may even know who abducted the child. Now, I know that that's a stretch, and we'll see. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, obviously I'll come back and say I am. But this is strange. I've never seen anything like this. And like I told you guys, I follow a lot of missing person cases, child abductions, and I have seen videos of mothers walking down the street with their children and people attempting to snatch their child. I've seen all of that. So yes, a person will abduct a child in front of the parent, but for you to already, the thing that's weird to me is that the Jeep Renegade came allegedly, according to witness statement, and dropped someone off at home. So they weren't there for that. But they did have a mask in the vehicle that they put on to abduct the child. So that's why I'm thinking that this person in this Jeep Renegade is a criminal, a drug dealer, or something of that nature. I think that the father may have known the person, or if the father didn't know the person in the van knew him. You know what I mean? Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, so where did I leave off at? I said I was going to read some of the comments. So Amor Mio says, in Jesus' name, may he be returned to his family now, Holy Spirit. Release this little boy. Father of God, I beg you and command your warrior angels to go get him and release him now. Amen. Amen. I'm praying that he is released as well, and that he's still unharmed. I'm chosen said that's the most blatant form of disrespect to touch my child, let alone with me being right there. We know a normal, balanced mind fears the wrath of an in-home father. Yeah, something ain't adding up. Something is not adding up. Yeah. Penny J. Hey, Penny J. Miss E says, so the driver was able to grab the boy while I answered that one already. So I answered that one. Hey, Spicy Brown. Beverly said that sound like a woman voice too. Sound like she said, "Ooh, Lord," and the daddy said, "Ooh, shit." Oh wow. Google, what the F? What the F? Why the F are you blocking the info dogs? The Lord, I don't know what that means, but I can't have the I can't let me take that out. I need somebody to remove that comment because I can't have somebody using profanity in the chat like that. Miss E says, so the boy wasn't riding at the time. Yeah, I'm confused. I think he was riding at the time, and I think the Jeep pulled up while he was riding, and he probably startled him when the car. Imagine if you're a kid riding down the street, and then you hear a car turn around so quick that they burn rubber and speed in your direction. You're gonna freeze out of fear. So initially, the boy probably was riding his bike, but when he did that and made that U-turn and sped in his direction, he probably stopped riding his bike to see what was going on. And that's what I think probably happened. Hey, that one. Hey, Shari Murray. Sounds like the father set that up. It's something weird. I'm telling you, it's something that's strange about all of this. Cheryl Wagner said authorities need to be questioning whoever was dropped. The first, exactly. The authorities need to, number one, find who he dropped off. This to me sounds like it could be easily solved. It sounds like it could be easily solved. We got to find out, number one. And then I saw I don't know how true it is, but I saw a post on Facebook about 9 hours ago showing that they believe that the white renegade was actually found. So I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I saw one post that said that. If the dad was in his car, why he didn't go after the car that abducted his son? I don't know if he did or not, but you would think that he would, right? Now, again, this is alleged. I don't really even know if that's really the dad, but that's what witnesses are saying. That's what I read, and that's what witnesses are saying. I don't think that was a prank. Nah, that ain't funny. That's I don't think that's a prank. Okay, so let me pull this down because I think we've seen the video enough. And I want to get into showing you guys. Let's see. I want to go to, where is it at? Let me find it. The grandparents page. Now, the grandparents have been posting about the child. Now, the mom and the dad, they ain't posted nothing yet. Let's see. Let me find it, y'all. I had it pulled up, but I had to pull it back down. Let's see. Well, before we show the grandparents, let me show you the parents really quick. So this is the mom. So this is the mom here, and this is Jamal. And this is the father. This is Jamal's dad. As you can see, this is a picture with him and Jamal here. So he seemed like he was pretty involved. But when I said I'm surprised the dad didn't pull out his weapon, because he definitely looked like he would have one. I ain't trying to stereotypes, but he looked like he ain't, I don't know. As you can see, the father has not yet made any posts or any statements on his social media. The mother, Paris, is Paris Marie on Facebook. She also, I don't see, she does have a story. So let's see what's in her story. So she posts a picture of her son's toys, but this is before he went missing. Let me see. Yeah. So she hasn't posted anything since he's gone missing. Her last post was July 8th. He was abducted July 11th. Let's get to the grandparents. I want to show you guys the grandparents page. It's so much on here. Oh, God, where is it? Let's see. This is the post I was talking about, y'all, where it's some lady posted. Somebody said they may have found the Jeep that took baby Jamal. Y'all pray this is them. And this was 9 hours ago. And as you can see, looks like a Jeep Renegade here, and you have police blocking it off. I think that the police are going to stop every white Jeep Renegade that they see. Doesn't necessarily mean that that is the white Jeep Renegade. You know, hopefully it is. I'm praying that it is. Let me scroll down because I did come across the grandparents page. I don't know why I can't find it now. Hold on, let me keep scrolling. Let's see. Or maybe I should click all. They made a post. I don't know if they took it down, but they made a post. Oh, here it is. So her name is Sharika Morris. She works at Milwaukee Public Schools. She posted, "This is our grandson. Our hearts are hurting." Here's her page. And I think the grandfather has his own page too. So here is something posted online. It was a witness account of what happened that night. So she, I guess either this is someone who either texted or inboxed, or let me see, what does this look like? This is let me look at my phone. Is this an inbox or a text message? That's a inbox. It looks like. Said, "Hey, what location was that Jeep spotted in?" Now this is a witness, and the person responds and says 2054 South 102nd Street, and they dropped somebody off here. Let me look that up. What is it? 2054 South 102nd Street. But they said that the Jeep abducted him on 6200 South Hustis. So I don't know. This is weird. Okay. Let me see. And this is in, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see something. Okay. So, okay, I just pulled up the area. Kelly said, "Dear Heavenly Father, please find little Jamal." Yeah, this is crazy. Hey, Brandy, good morning. If you driving a white Jeep, your ass better be riding clean, period, because the police pulling you over if you're in a white Jeep Renegade. So it says here, so, and they dropped somebody. So this witness is saying, gave the address and says that they dropped somebody off here. The person in the inbox says, "Thank you." This may be the grandparents communicating with the witness. Then the witness goes on to say, "I couldn't see though. I'm on the second floor and they sped away fast as F. I have my kids with me. I wanted to go after them. I called it in right away and they said they were sending officers, but you know, you got to take it into your own hands." Now this witness actually caught the video of the white Renegade. Now, it looks like this video, it looks a lot darker outside than it did with Jamal, when the video of Jamal being abducted. So I'm not sure, you know, this is a totally different address. So Jamal was abducted on 62nd in Houston. This person is saying that they saw a white Jeep, what are they saying, Renegade on 2054 South 102nd Street. And they dropped somebody off. This is, I don't know. So this is the video that this person sent of the white Jeep speeding away. know the significance of that video. And so then it says, my friend said that was sus. What they did, dropped somebody off quickly and fled quick. I have a feeling it was them. Okay, so this is at a different location later on, obviously, in the day. Thank you, Brandy, for that membership. I appreciate you. Just to let you guys know, I will be live on this channel every Friday. I said 11 initially, but every Friday, 8 p.m. Central Time, members only. So thank you for that membership. So it seems that this person saw a white Jeep Renegade and that was behaving suspiciously, and she believes that it was the person that abducted Jamal. So she took a recording, or she recorded that person speeding away. She could be right. And so then Kosher Mark said, yes, it should be darker. It was around 7:30 p.m., so it's probably gotten dark by then. Yeah, true. True. This is at a totally different location, though. So, okay, so this is at a different location. So we'll see. So it says, my friend said that was sus. What they did, dropped somebody off quick and fled quick. I have a feeling it was them. They were going too fast. I just don't know who got out that car. It was so weird. I was just looking out the window and I couldn't really see, only went to this street. And then she said it dropped somebody off behind where I zoomed in. Let's see what she said. Y'all think it's possible that the white Jeep Renegade might have dropped Jamal off there? You all think that's possible, that maybe Jamal was dropped off at that location? Now this again is the grandparents page. This is saying the bottom passenger light is out. Let's see. Okay, so this is the vehicle that abducted Jamal earlier in the day. And as you can see, the front of the vehicle on the passenger side, there's two lights on each side of this vehicle. I want to see. Okay, so it's two lights on this side, and it should be two lights on this side. So it appears that one light is out. And so the person that is investigating this is saying that in this picture here, it looks like, I don't see how they would be able to tell. Let me see. They're saying that the light is out on that too. I don't see how they would be able to tell. You can't see the passenger side. Let's see. I just think that it's kind of weird too that the grandparents are making all of these posts and doing their due diligence and trying to, do what they can for their grandson to be found. And I don't see I don't understand why the parents aren't. They've been posting for hours. Let me see. Let me go up. Where's her? Trying to see something, y'all. This is so sad. Let me go back. I want to watch that video again. What do y'all think? Like, if you had, if you, if you had a child that was snatched like that, and we're in the era of social media, do y'all think that it's kind of weird that neither one of the parents are on social media trying to find the boy? I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but that's kind of weird to me. That's a little weird. Ain't made not one post. That mean that they're not cooperating with investigators, but I just think that's kind of weird. I would make at least a post. Oh yeah, the light is out. So when sees okay, so the light is out on the vehicle. But let me tell y'all something. A lot of times, um, social media sleuths. Let me tell you something. Like TikTok, if you go on TikTok, them folks need to go ahead and just be detectives at this point. Because if and don't nobody find out, TikTok is going to break it down and find out what happened. Period, point blank. TikTok is going to find out what happened. And the thing about it is, a lot of times when it kind of messes up the investigation for like the police and investigators and stuff, because a lot of times when police have certain evidence or when they're following certain leads, or if they've picked up on something, they don't come out and announce it. Because if the police were to come out and announce, oh, I noticed that one of the headlights is out on the Jeep Renegade, the first thing that that person is going to do is replace their headlight. And so now they're going to be looking for Jeeps with a missing headlight or one of the headlights missing. And it's that Jeep Renegade who initially had the headlight missing is going to say, okay, so I know they picked up on my headlight is missing. So let me go ahead and put my headlight in. Let me put my license plate back on my car. When they release too much information, it gives the assailant, or it gives the criminal time to evade capture by doing things like that. So in a way, TikTok is great because they're going to find it all, but it also sometimes hurts the investigation. Because these criminals and stuff, they watch social media. They're going to get on here and say, oh, social media is saying they noticed that my headlight is out. Let me put it back in. Stuff like that. So it does show that the headlight is out, though. One of them at the bottom. I want to see if there's anything else about this. Hey, Thuggin' Mamika. Hey, Corporate Thuggin'. I can hear a man saying something. Do y'all hear? I can hear a man saying something. Hold on. Like I can hear a man arguing, or like I can hear a man saying something, but I can't pick up on it. TikTok gonna find out what was said. They gonna use voice isolators and everything. Trust me. He's saying something. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. They had, I can't exactly hear what they saying, but I can't hear what he's saying, but the conversation was too long for me. Y'all see where I'm coming from? The conversation, I can hear an adult male talking. It sounds like two adult males talking. And the conversation that they having is a little bit too long for me. Something is just something ain't right here. You can hear somebody look like sound like an argument or something. I believe that the father knew whoever. This is just me, y'all. If I'm wrong, I'll come back and say I'm wrong. But I ain't finna be sitting there having no goddamn conversation with your ass. I'm gonna get back in my car. I'm gonna speed off, and I'm gonna chase whoever took my kid. So what's going on here? What's this conversation about? What is this about? Were they playing tug of war with the child? I don't understand because you can't see. Hold on. It sounds like he's saying "fuck no" or something like that. I can hear somebody saying "bro." He said "bro." He had a drug debt or something, like I'm chosen said. He had, welcome everybody coming into the room. I see some new people coming in. If y'all want to donate to my channel and tip me for my work today, my Cash App is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I would appreciate it. He sounded like he said, I don't fucking know. It said, yeah, something. The person, this is somebody that I feel knows the father. I'm sorry. It don't necessarily mean the father know him, but this person know the father. He took his child. What I am leaning towards what I'm chosen said. This looked like it could be a drug debt. He owes somebody something, and they took his kid because he owes something. They're probably gonna hold him until it's paid back. Hopefully, they don't hurt the child. But this is something. Let me tell you something. Neither one of these parents, from what I understand, have made a statement. The mama ain't made a statement from what I understand, and the daddy ain't made a statement. Now, I'm trying not to jump to conclusions. Y'all know I like to jump to conclusions. Remember that other girl was on her way to work, that case that I did where the girl was walking on her way to work and the boyfriend made a post on Facebook. I said that nigga did it. Okay, 20 minutes later, they found the girl. But, so I am wrong sometimes. But just from what I'm witnessing here, there's something weird going on. Y'all, what are y'all talking about? What is the conversation about? What's happening here? And then she said, who was that? Who was that said that? Somebody said, Lativia said, sounds like he said, I don't fucking know. So somebody asking him questions and he's answering them. It sounds like that one said, was the child in front of his home or park? I heard on Facebook he was at a park, but it doesn't look like a park. It's not. No, it looked like he's in his neighborhood. Again, I don't know whose Ring doorbell camera this is. It could just be somebody in the neighborhood that the police asked him that they had the Ring footage. Yes, Upper, I will be following him and on the phone with 911 at the same time. Matter of fact, I remember hearing a case. This was a young Hispanic woman. Somebody had abducted her child, I think from in front of her house or something. She got in her car and chased that man down. The whole time she chased him down, she stayed on the phone with 911. She was not letting that car get out of her sight. And then eventually she got her child back. She went on a high-speed chase with the man that kidnapped her child. So, yeah, that's what most parents gonna do. Get in the car and follow them. I don't understand that. That's what I thought he said too, Kosher Marks. Kosher said, I heard the dad say, oh shit, on a different video, and then a little boy screaming. I'm gonna play it again because I'm gonna try to hear let me pull my thing closer. I don't I'm like, I want to hear what Right, Brandy, what are y'all talking about? Then Kim Colby said they said that the child had turned the corner. I want to see the other. They gotta have all of these houses. Somebody else gotta have another Ring camera. We need to see what happened down that way. You can't tell me that none of these cameras got a Ring doorbell. They said the child had turned the corner. It may not be related to the father. They said he had been at the park all day with the mother. He had been at the park all day with the mother. They said the child had turned the corner. Huh. Interesting. Well, he turned that corner fast than a motherfucker, didn't he? Because this right here, the red circle, that's him on that bike. This car right here that he's riding alongside, they saying that's his daddy. So if he went up the street, look how fast. I mean, unless he right by the corner, he got to be right next to the corner for him to turn the corner and get away from his dad that quick. Because they saying that car is his dad. So maybe he's riding. Okay. So if he was at the park with his mom all day, where's his mom? Did his mom go in the house and just let him finish riding up and down the street or something? Did his dad pull up while they were on their way back from the park? Okay, he's riding with that car. So by this time, here come the car, turn around. My thing is, they turn the corner where though? Because that it don't sound like they that far away from that Ring doorbell camera. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound like it's that far away. You can clearly hear. You can't hear exactly what's being said, but you sure can hear pretty clearly that you can hear the different voices. You can hear kind of what's being said. They either that's a hell of a camera, or they pretty close. So I don't think he got that far away. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. You can hear the cars. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Now you hear the cars speeding alongside. Now you hear that? You hear the car. But why are you hearing the car? Why is the man? Hold on, y'all. I hear two male voices. He said I don't fucking know. It's a damn shame. Do you see how long they're conversing? They're talking for a long ass time. That is so weird. The mother may not have a car. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. To the dad said, "Oh shit." JJ said, "I believe the parents know who and why, which is why they are not posting anything about his return. They're not posting anything. They radio silent. The last post that I saw from the mom was like a couple days ago. Now, I'm not gonna totally say that could be the reason because, like I said, you never know how somebody acts during a time like this. It could be that they're so distraught that they haven't logged on to social media, but at the same time, it's like that's almost like you lose a pet, you're gonna make a damn missing pet flyer and post it around the neighborhood. That's the least you would do for a damn dog. So why would you not post my son is missing? If anybody sees him, call this number. Are you kidding me? That's the least that I would not be sleeping. I would be all on social media posting about who called me here. I would be out searching. I would be out. I mean, y'all, it was a story very recently that took place in Florida, Destin, Florida, where a little girl was on a trip with her mother, her stepfather, and her sibling. And a tide came in and the boat capsized, and they were drowning. And they tried to save everybody, but unfortunately they couldn't save the little girl, and she got swept away by a current. And they still to this day have not found that little girl. And I followed the mother on social media. Now, unfortunately, we got to be honest with ourselves that this is this is not a return home situation anymore. This is a recovery situation with the little girl in Destin, Florida, because obviously, for the most part, she's probably passed away. But the mother every day is on social media in her stories posting searches to find her child, even though the child is 99.9% not still here with us. She wants to find her daughter, even though she's probably deceased. So for somebody to not say a dang gone word on social media and their child was abducted in this way is a little weird. It's a little weird. And I could see if the parents were not social media people, but they be on social media though. Yeah, they saying that maybe the dad jumped out the car when the person in the white car jumped out and grabbed Jamal. But wouldn't you think that he would jump back in his car and follow him? I don't know. Unless the whole witness account is completely false and there's not his dad in that car. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Um, there is a post per the family. They have a search party going on today at 130th at Carmen Park. Who posted it? The grandparents or the mom? Let me go get an update, y'all. I'm acting like I'm a reporter talking about. So let me go get an update. Let me see. Let me go to. Let's see. I hope this kid is found alive. Let me see. I want to go to the grandparents page. Somebody, damn, they took the post down that quick. Look. Remember, I just showed y'all the post where the person was showing where she saw another sighting of a white renegade, and she believed it. They deleted it that fast. Okay, so the family is saying that there's a search party. Let me see. Where Carmen Park? How do you spell that? Did I spell that right? This is 1 hour ago. Okay, per family, please join efforts today for critically missing 7-year-old Jamal White, aka Baby J, today at Carmen Park, address 7320 West Carmen at 1:30 today to assist with flyering and canvassing. Whoever has this child needs to return him safely and immediately back to his parents and family. Y'all know we don't play about kids, children in this city, so let's come together again and assist his family in the best and most coordinated way possible. I don't know who these people are that are tagged. Oh, he's so handsome too. Is this the park that they saying that he was playing in before? Let me see. Let me share this on my page. How do you spell Milwaukee? I hope I spelled that right. No, I don't think I did. Milwaukee. Yeah, I did. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So they're calling for the pastors. I like how this community is sticking together. And as far as the parents, it could be possible that they're just too distraught to get on social media right now. That could be it too. So they're calling for the pastor of Evolve Church. The city needs your help, pastor. I like how the community is sticking together. Wow. Let's see. So this is the person's cousin, Melanie Chocolate Drop Rattler. So she says, ain't nobody hearing none of that stuff right now. My little cousin was snatched. So yeah, if we see a white truck, we seeing what's up, period. Yesterday, all white trucks like that was being stopped. Who cares what y'all talking about? If it was y'all people, what would y'all do? If it was y'all child, what would y'all do? Oh, okay. Talking about we ain't the police. We is until he's found. Let's bring home baby J. So his family is definitely sticking together and looking for him. So apparently they've been stopping all white Jeep renegades. I don't blame them. That's what I'll be doing too. Baby J is so quiet and sweet. Please don't do anything to my little cousin. Please. I know he's scared. If somebody is saying where the F is the Amber Alert. Now somebody else from Milwaukee was just in my chat and they just said that he went missing around 7:30 p.m. but they didn't receive an Amber Alert until 12 midnight. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. This makes me nauseous thinking about my 8-year-old, right? And I got an 8-year-old. This is, that little boy is terrified. I would be losing. I would be going crazy. I would have gone crazy. I wouldn't be in my right mind. The first 24 are critical. Every hour is critical. So for them, I don't understand why it took that long to send out an Amber Alert. This is what I say when I say that the process that or the effort that's put into finding missing Black children or missing Black persons is they do not have the same urgency. By this time, this child went missing yesterday. Now it is 7. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, but it's next day. By this time, CNN would have picked up little Mary Sue with blue eyes and blonde hair. Now, people, you can say I'm wrong if you want to, but it is the truth. By this time, if this were a little Caucasian child, at this point, it'd have been on CNN. They would have had helicopters flying over the area and canvassing the area by this time. The family shouldn't be out there having to go around pulling over white Jeep renegades. They'd have called in the National Guard if this was a little white girl or boy. They'd have called in the National Guard. They would have had helicopters flying over the area. Nobody would be resting. All hands on deck. They'd have been everywhere. So I'm just saying. I feel like this can be easily solved. I really do. We'll see what happens with this case. Let me go and look at let's see what else was posted so far. So they're doing a search today in Carmen Park. I might come live later and see if he's found later today. I'm gonna come back and do the coverage on it. Y'all, please watch y'all kids. It's a shame you can't even ride your damn bike up and down the street. Please watch y'all kids. Please. Jesus. It said that he was wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts.
Are on the scene of where a 7-year-old boy did at gunpoint.
Thank you, Simone Whitaker. I appreciate that.
By a masked man. This happened on Friday night around 7 o'clock on West Hustis Street. I'll flip the camera around so you can see what the neighborhood looks like. He was abducted in this area again around 7 yesterday by somebody who police do not know who he is. All we know is that the suspect is a Black man who was wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and at the time of the abduction was wearing a black face mask while holding a handgun. The boy, a 7-year-old Jamal White, again seen here yesterday around 7 o'clock on Friday. In the video, we can see the boy, or a child, wearing the same clothing that Jamal was last seen wearing, a white t-shirt with black shorts. He was riding a bike going down this street when then another vehicle, a white Jeep Renegade SUV, was driving down this way, turned back around following the child, and then off camera we can hear a child screaming, a gut-wrenching sound, which we have on our Facebook page, but we warn you, it is extremely disturbing. We hear the child yelling for their father, and that's all we hear. Police were later on the scene, and neighbors here who we have spoken with tell us it is horrifying. Some neighbors who heard that scream didn't realize what was going on. They just thought people were outside screaming like a regular Friday night, not realizing it was a child being abducted. They say they haven't been able to sleep since then. If you know anything about where Jamal White might be, you are asked and urged to call Milwaukee police. He is a 7-year-old boy, 4 feet tall, weighing about 80 pounds. Neighbors tell me that this is a very quiet neighborhood. They would have never guessed this to happen here on the city's north side. A lot of these neighbors say they've seen Jamal riding his bike almost every single day, that they've known him since he was a baby. And this was something that they saw him do often with his father, riding their bike down the street, walking through this area. And a lot of other parents here say their kids do the same exact thing, but now they're worried about whether or not they can do that. Again, this video we saw yesterday of that child is extremely graphic. We have it on our Facebook, and police are now asking anybody with information to help them. An Amber Alert was issued late last night. I got the alert on my phone around 11:50 p.m. It's now been over 12 hours since Jamal was last seen. If you, again, know anything, please call police. This happened on the 6200 block of West Hustis Road. I'll show you my other phone here, which shows more pictures of Jamal. He seems like a bright kid. Again, police are asking you, if you have any information on where he was last seen, to let them know. This was a white Jeep Renegade SUV. Again, it looked like in the video, it was following the child. Another neighbor who we spoke with said they had seen the car parked here for maybe 30, 45 minutes. It looked like they were waiting for somebody, but they didn't.
Was he found? Sunflower for Life said he was found. I don't know. I'm gonna check though. I hope he was. It said I really hope he was. But I just read a status where they're doing a search party, so I don't that status was made not that long ago, unless he was just found. So let me just check. Let's do a live update, y'all. Let's see. No, it's not on that he's been found. The last post with him, the search party in Carmen Park, was less than an hour ago. Let me see. Let's see if there's anything new. No, I don't see that he's been found, unless you've seen something else. If so, send it to my inbox. Yeah, but I don't see anything of him being found.
Know who he was. They said that they saw him wearing what looked to be a mask, but didn't think, again, anything of it, because this is such a quiet and calm neighborhood. An Amber Alert was issued yesterday, which means that this is a critically...
I think that, to be honest, when I was looking at the footage, it looked like there was no license plate on that Jeep.
Missing child. Milwaukee police were on the scene here just a few minutes ago, speaking with neighbors, looking at ring cameras. I spoke with other neighbors here who say they look through their cameras and also just trying to find any additional information on this 7-year-old boy. I spoke with another neighbor through Facebook who says that they saw, they didn't know what happened until they saw it on Facebook, that they know Jamal, that they miss him. They hope something can come of this. Somebody knows something, even if you don't live in this area. Again, the north side near West Hustis Road and 64th Street is the intersection here. Check your ring cameras. Maybe you've seen this white Jeep Renegade. I have it again on this phone. You can see what that vehicle looked like right exactly where I'm standing is where this last vehicle was seen. For those just joining again, an Amber Alert was issued for 7-year-old Jamal White.
Hey, hold on, wait.
Somebody knows
Wait a minute.
and any additional information on this 7-year-old boy. I spoke with another neighbor through Facebook who says that they saw, they didn't know what happened until
Thank you, Candy Boo. I got your Cash App. I appreciate that.
they saw it on Facebook, that they know Jamal, that they miss him. They hope something can come of this. Somebody knows something, even if you don't live in this area. Again, the north side near West Hustis Road and 64th Street is the intersection here. Check your Ring cameras. Maybe you've seen this white Jeep Renegade. I have it again on this phone. You can see what that vehicle looked like. Right exactly where I'm standing is where this last vehicle was seen. For those just joining again, an Amber Alert was issued for 7-year-old Jamal White. Last seen yesterday, Friday, July 11th, around 7 o'clock. He was taken by gunpoint by a black male, is all we know. We don't know the suspect's name. We don't know how tall he was because, again, he was in a white Jeep Renegade SUV when he abducted Jamal White at gunpoint. Neighbors, again, telling me that they didn't think anything of it when they heard a scream. Now, again, watching the video, you can hear the blood-curdling scream, and it is absolutely horrifying. Neighbors say they haven't been able to sleep since then, and you can hear the child in the video calling for their father. Jamal is a young black child standing at about 4 feet tall, weighing about 80 pounds. He has short black hair, brown eyes, and was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and black shorts. The suspect is a black man wearing, at least in what police have last told us, a black hooded sweatshirt, and at the time of the abduction was wearing a black face mask while holding a handgun. If you have information, we have more details on our website, but the phone number to call is Milwaukee Police District 4 at 414-935-7542. Again, the information I had repeated at the beginning for those just joining is a lot of neighbors say that this is a very quiet neighborhood, would have never guessed this to happen. A lot of the people here have kids themselves. The neighbors say that they have their kids or grandkids playing in this neighborhood often. One of the neighbors said that his grandkid had invited his friends to come over and play yesterday exactly right before this happened, and because of the rain, they were forced to move inside. And the neighbor says he feels strangely lucky that that happened. So again, if you have any information on where Jamal White could be, call Milwaukee Police. Check your Ring cameras. Even if you don't live on West Hustis Road, it's possible that, again, that white Jeep Renegade SUV was seen somewhere else. Milwaukee Police are asking for any information that could lead to Jamal's whereabouts. It's been over 12 hours since this 7-year-old boy was last seen.
When somebody in the chat said the first 24 hours is critical in a missing child's case, that is so true. So the longer a child is missing, the more likelihood it is that the child has probably been harmed. So I don't know if you guys remember. Maybe we can recap on an old case that I used to follow before I had my channel. It was a young girl that went missing, and her name was Cupcake. It actually turned out that I believe the parents were involved. I got to remind myself of how that case went. But there was a lot of coverage going on the case at that time. The young girl's name was Cupcake. It was really, really, really sad story. Turned out that the young girl had been unalived, and the mother was involved. So, you know, you just never know with cases like this. I'm gonna be thinking about this all day long. And I know there's so many children that are missing, you know, in the United States. So many, not just children, black kids, but kids of all colors that go missing on a day-to-day basis. But something about this particular case stuck out to me, though, because I see missing children's cases pop up on my timeline all the time. Something sinister, something weird about this here. The way that it was done, the fashion in which he was abducted is very strange. And I think that there's more to the story, which is what attracted me to it. So we'll see.
Family members are asking for you to help. So if you know anything on where Jamal White might be, contact police, check your Ring cameras, keep your eyes out, and help them find this boy safely. We'll have the latest information on air at our 5 o'clock newscast for CBS 58, as well as on our website, cbs58.com.
Let me pull this down. Oh, I feel sorry for anybody in that area with a damn white Jeep Renegade, because people are posting these white Jeeps all over the place. Somebody made this post, but the person that did it said, y'all keep forgetting that the car is tinted with no plates. So there's no plates on the car. I mean, you got people all the way out here in Chicago. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say all the way, because Milwaukee isn't that far from Chicago. It's definitely driving distance. Here's a picture of a white Renegade, but every white Renegade out here didn't abduct them. But there are certain key factors about the particular white Renegade. One of the front lights is out. One of the headlights is out at the bottom. So there's 2 headlights on each side. And it looked like the right side, the bottom headlight is out on this particular Jeep Renegade. Has tinted windows, and it does not have any license plate on it. Now, the person could have removed the license plate and then put it back. Let me see. I'm gonna get off in a minute, but I want to see if the mom has posted anything yet. At least shared the search. Let's see. I want y'all, school is getting ready to, it's the summertime now, but school is getting ready to be back in session. You know, if your kid doesn't take the school bus to school, I don't even care if they in 6th and 7th and 8th grade. Please escort your child to school. These are dangerous times that we are living in. This is not like when we was growing up in the 80s and 90s, or, well, that's when I was growing up, or whenever y'all was growing up. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. You know, the whole latchkey kid thing, that really should be just abolished at this point, because these kids ain't safe out here. These people are out here snatching up these kids. It's sex trafficking going on and all type of stuff happening. Now, in this particular case, I do believe that somebody knew somebody in this situation. I do. I could be wrong, but that's what I believe. But you guys, just take precaution. You know, walk. I don't care if the school down the street. Walk your kids to school. It doesn't. Let me tell you something that really quick that my mom told me when I was growing up. Because we were latchkey kids. We would get off the school bus and then we would walk home. Our home wasn't that far from the school bus, but we were able to, you know, kind of like, as we got older, walk around the corner to the candy store, little stuff like that. But it was different back then. You know, one thing that my mom did teach me, though, is, and even into adulthood, I remember this. She used to say, always change your routine. Always change your routine. Never keep the same routine. If you leave out at 8 o'clock in the morning and say you're walking or even driving, maybe take a different route sometimes. Maybe don't come home at the same time every day. Maybe don't come in and through the same entrance every day, or, you know, take a different route. Sometimes walk, sometimes drive. Always change it up, because when people pay attention to your patterns and your routine, especially if they're stalking you, so they pay attention to your pattern, and people stalk children. And in the video that we just watched, the lady that was reporting on this made a very interesting statement that really caught my attention. She said that people in the neighborhood say that Jamal has been riding his bike up and down that street every day since he was a very small child. So if somebody wanted to abduct Jamal, they know that 9 times out of 10, for the most part, he'll be outside playing or riding his bike. So he has gotten comfortable with that routine. And so you just got to be careful, y'all. You got to be careful. I don't even care if you're sitting on the front porch watching him ride up and down the street. But then you should always be vigilant, always be watchful, because these people are out here looking to abduct your children. It just is what it is. It's a crazy world we live in. Somebody said a 12-year-old shouldn't be in our chat. Who's in our chat? Who's 12? Who's 12? Upper, did you see my comment about the sister of the brother? Her post said the ninjas pulled guns out on her brother too, which is why he couldn't help his son. Well, yeah. I mean, it was only one person, I thought. But yeah, it was at gunpoint. Ava is the 12-year-old. How you doing, Ava? This is not a child-centered channel, unfortunately. Thank you for joining. But we have to get a moderator to get her out of the chat, because we can't have kids in the chat. This is an adult channel. If somebody could remove her out of the chat, please. Let me see. Can I do it? Let's see. Okay. All right, I took her out of the chat. Not trying to be rude, but thank you, Brandy, for bringing that to my attention. I didn't know I had no kids allowed now, okay? I know even though it is daylight hours, if you're going to be watching, don't let me know that you're watching, because I'm going to have to remove you out of the chat, because this is an adult channel. We discuss adult topics and use adult language. So I really wouldn't want a child to be in here listening. And if you are, then I shouldn't be knowing about it. Let's see. I sent the live to my family chat. Oh, you have a chosen. Do you have family in that area? I have 2 beautiful nieces. Unfortunately, my sister and I don't agree on the bike riding. She lets them ride around the corner. It's a small area. No. It's time to cut that out. It's time, you want your kids to have the freedom. And so I definitely understand that. You're not a bad parent for giving your kids freedom and letting them have fun like how we used to have as kids. But times have changed, and that's just something that we have to accept. And unfortunately, we can't do that. And if we do let them go out, we have to go out with them. We have to sit there and watch them. We have to sit there and watch. I've heard stories about children being abducted at the park while their parents was at the park with them. Take your eyes off your child for a split second, boom, they're gone. So, JJ, you laughing at me? Danielle said, Mom is in here for the 12-year-old. I'm following it. Oh, okay. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just me, myself, I will get in trouble. If a little kid is in the chat and they say that they're a minor, then I'll get in trouble. So that's why I had to remove her. However, I want her, if she's interested in truth, y'all will be surprised. Welcome to the chat, Danielle. As well, is also learning a lesson for her too, praying for the family. You guys will be, thank you, Danielle. You guys will be surprised at the type of stuff that I used to be interested in when I was 12 years old and 11 years old. I have been watching true crime since I was a very, very small child. We didn't have like YouTube and stuff like that where, you could comment and stuff, but I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries, Missing Persons, 48 Hours. When I was a kid growing up, there was a show that would come on ABC, and it was called 2020 with Barbara Walters. And then you had an array of other different hosts, but I used to just love Barbara Walters. And anytime it was a crime story, I was tuned in every Friday. I'm talking about a little kid watching the news like a grown like a grown up, because you do have kids out here that are into that type of stuff. And also, I think this is a learning lesson, like Miss Danielle said, when it comes to the safety of children. So, I just, I do think that it's important probably for a child to watch. She just can't comment. If you can comment for her, Miss Danielle, that'd be great. But I don't mind at all that she's tuning into this, because kids have to learn that you got to be careful out here. You got to be careful out here. One of the things that is a couple things that I learned growing up. One of those things was always change your routine. The second thing I learned growing up is if you feel like somebody's following you, or if you think that you see somebody suspicious, keep your eye on them. And if you lose sight of them, stay where you are until you see them again. My mom used to teach me all type of stuff. Another thing my mom taught me, she said, if you're ever in a situation where somebody tries to kidnap you and they try to put a weapon, tell you that they're going to kill you if you don't go with them, my mom is something else, y'all. This lady is, I ain't gonna say she crazy, but this lady is something else. My mom, when I had to been like 9 or 10, my mom said if somebody try to kidnap you and they pull a gun out on you and they say they're gonna kill you unless you go with them, she said, tell them kill me right here. I said, what? She said, you tell them you kill me right here, because they're not you got a chance of survival if you stay where you are. But if you go with them, your chances of survival are very low. Once they get you alone, once they get you in their car, once they get you to a different location, they're 9 times out of 10 going to harm you. But if they're going to do something to you, they're going to have to do it where you are. Never go with somebody because they threaten you. So that's what my mom used to teach me. Just like little things that I was taught growing up, I'll never forget. And to this day, I think that, like, if anybody were to say, you're either going to come with me or I'm going to shoot you, you just going to have to do what you got to do, because I ain't going with you now, So, yeah, I'm chosen. JJ said, Daniel Baker, great educational opportunity in your days was very concerned. The Lord as a creator said, if anybody that live on that street have a ring camera, show it to the authorities. They may be able. You know what? The Lord God is the creator. I find it so strange that there's only one angle. Like, you can't tell me that none of the rest of those houses have Ring doorbell cameras. That's really weird that there's only one camera that they were able to pull, and the whole block is houses. Somebody else has to have a Ring doorbell. I know they said it's a decent area and it's quiet and there's not a lot of crime, but that doesn't mean anything. Most people have Ring doorbell cameras on their homes. So I was a little taken aback by that. Maybe more footage will come out as the case progresses. I'm hoping the case doesn't progress and we get him back. I don't know. You wasn't the only. Most of our moms are crazy. Let me look. Sapphire Virgo said, I still watch 2020. Hey, Hassana. Is this the same Hassana that I remember? Is this you, Hassana, from the LaTruth sector? If so, hey, girl, we missed you. Daniel said, okay, we respect that. Good. Yeah. Right. I keep getting into screaming matches with my baby sitter. She's a baby sister. She's a great mom, but she just don't understand. It's not like when we were growing up. Upper, I deleted the comment, but you still able to see it. What comment? Okay. Papa Swango said maybe people should stop having kids just to get government assistance. What happened to married couples creating life as a stepping stone to their marriage? God would be disappointed. I think you might be commenting under the wrong live stream. We're not talking about government assistance today. We're talking about a missing child. Monet said, really need to look into what family may be into. Look at the Chiffon Randall case out of Dallas. I'm gonna look into that. Well, welcome back, Hassana. Shoot, I think we all might have needed to take a break. Okay. Let me see. Educational experience by her. Yeah. And Danielle, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We talk about a lot of different topics over here. I will be back. I'm getting ready to go ahead and end this live. I'm definitely going to come back because I believe that there will be an update. And I want to come back and share an update with you guys. Kosher said, what does government assistance have to do with a kid get? That's what I was a little confused by. The Lord God said, what street was the little boy abducted on? They said he was abducted on let me see, hold on, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think it said Huston 62nd 6200 South Huston, Hustin. But they didn't give an exact address. Let me see, they didn't give an exact address. They just gave let me see, 6200 South Huston. Am I pronouncing that right? Hustis. I'm sorry, Hustis. 6200 South Hustis. Hustis. So you said a Google view. Let's see. So this is the block. Yeah, this is the block because I recognize this house from the lady that was walking up and down the street doing the news coverage. You have a good weekend too, JJ. Papa Swango, I hope I'm saying it right. Swango, I hope he found a family that isn't using him for financial gain. Oh wow, why do you say that? Why do you say he was you? Why are you privy to something that we're not privy to? Why will he be? Why is the family using him for financial gain? How do we know the parents weren't married? I don't know. What are you talking about, sir? I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know if the parents are married or not. I don't know any of that. I don't know how you know. Do you know the family personally to know that they're not married? I don't know that about the parents. I wasn't able to find that in my research. So this is the block that he was. I think he was on this side of the street because I recognize that house right there. So yeah, this is the block. Obviously, they didn't want to give an exact address. Y'all, this child is going to be found because all they have to do is look. All of these houses, they got to have more. I'm sure there's a lot of ring footage. I'm sure there's a lot of ring footage. Said he was at the park. This is the area. This looks like the house right here that the white Jeep was parked at right here. See this house? White Jeep was parked right here. Somebody said he possibly turned the corner. I don't. Well, the corner isn't that far from the. Yeah. Mm. Thank you, Danielle. They weren't married. Stayed with mom. Oh, did they? Do you know this family personally? We're not talking about that though. Let me not even get into that. We're talking about a child that went missing. That's not what we're talking about. It's I found it. The Lord is the creator. It is 6200 West Hustis. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. So I will keep you guys updated on this case. If I need to come back later on tonight to do coverage, I will. Hopefully we get some good reports, get some good news in the child. Yeah, he does. Somebody, do I have a, yeah, I'm chosen. Can you get Papa Swango out of the chat if you could? Um, if hopefully we get some good results about what happened with this situation, and the young man is recovered and alive and well. So I'll be back later if there are any updates. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. Oh, thank you for whoever sent me a super chat, a super sticker. I did receive a Cash App, which from Candy Kisses. Thank you so much for that Cash App. Thank you for your like, your view. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified if I go live again later about this case. And also make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. Again, thank you so much for sitting in here with me and building and listening to me as I decipher this case. I will be back later on today, hopefully. All right, y'all. Peace.